This is going to be a quick video showing how to open up and disassemble this Lenovo ThinkPad. This is a T440s. Okay, so the little model number is down there. Let's go ahead and just take a quick look here for a thumbnail. All right, this keyboard, if you want to remove it, you slide this thing up here. Okay, and then there's a few PH0 or JS0 screws underneath. So if you want to remove those, we'll undo these screws. They don't actually come out of the laptop, you just undo them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the sixth one I already undid over there. Okay, after you do that, you can lift this up. Be very careful because the cable's attached. Lift it slightly, then you can slide it back, and then you can flip this forward. I'm not going to take it out because I do have to peel off this stuff, but I kind of just wanted to show you what's underneath. There's nothing under there you can do. Okay, so we're going to slide this back in there. Okay, oops, the little thing. Make sure this thing stays slid up. Okay, then lower this back down. We'll go ahead and twist this. I like to twist it backwards to hear it click. That way I know it's in the proper place. And we'll get all 6 screws back in. Okay, again, I like to twist it backwards. You can hear it click. That way you know it's going in the right place. Okay, this one. And then this guy. It helps to have a small flathead screwdriver to pull the frame back down. Okay, but usually I'll just use my fingernails. You see this little, I don't know if you can see, there's a little groove there. Okay, so you can kind of just grab in there and pull that, and that's how you slide that down. It helps to use, again, a flathead screwdriver or something. But anyways, now that we've slid this down, okay, we're gonna go ahead and flip this over. Take a look at the bottom real quick. So we got the battery here. You slide these 2 tabs out, then you can go ahead and pull the battery. You do have to have it slid out while you pull it. And this battery model, is there a model number here? There's some small model information here, but usually I would just go by the laptop model, okay, which was the T440s, right? So T440s. There are 2 batteries in this laptop, so keep that in mind. Oops, I forgot to get a thumbnail of this real quick. So let me go ahead and get that. All right, again, there are 2 batteries for this model. One is inside and one's outside. We're gonna use a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver to undo the screws from the bottom. Okay, this bottom cover is a little bit tricky to remove, so be a little bit patient with this. Okay, the screws do stay attached in here, so don't try and yank them out. Just undo it until you hear it click. There's also a little battery reset hole there. If for some reason, oh, this screw came out, but if for some reason your computer isn't turning on, oh, this one's broken. Okay, this one's actually broken because they kind of cracked this piece. But if for some reason your computer's not turning on, you can use a little folded out paper clip sometimes and pop and press and hold that for about 15 seconds. And that'll, if you're lucky, get it to power on. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the sides here. Got my fingernails in the groove and I'm pushing with my thumbs on the back, and we're just going to work our way around. Okay, rotate it over this way and continue working our way around. You can hear it popping up. All right, since this one's broken, I don't think we need to remove that screw. And we'll go down this side, same thing. Okay, I did already put in 4 gigs of RAM, so additional 4 gigs of RAM because this didn't have much RAM. All right, we're gonna wiggle this. Is this screw? Okay, and there we go. So there's the bottom cover. We got it out. Set that aside, and we'll just take a quick look at the inside here. Sorry, my customer's coming to pick this up right now. So anyways, the battery internal has a connector here. I'll just quickly show the stuff, but I'm not going to pull it out. Okay, there's the RAM here that we added. So this one, it's a PC3 12800S RAM. Okay, I would highly recommend upgrading the RAM to at least 8 gigs total. So there's 4 gigs. I believe it's soldered to the board. I don't think you can upgrade the other 4 gig stick unless it's on the other side of the motherboard, but then you'd have to take the whole thing out. It might be possible. I'll have to look up a motherboard on eBay or something. You got the CMOS BIOS RTC real-time clock battery here, connector, you just grab, wiggle, and pull. Right, you got this little connector here, flip latch. I believe that's for the power button. That's right there underneath the hinge. You got this little connector, which is most likely for the cameras and microphones. Okay, you got some extra antennas here which aren't being used. That's most likely if you're using a network card that's using a cell network. You got the wireless Wi-Fi card here. Go from the tail and you can pull the antennas up. Okay, if you want to see a video of that, I have videos on lots of laptops where I take that out. One screw pops up slightly and you can pull it back just like the RAM. Okay, then you got this SD card slot here. You got that, I believe that's for the SIM card, this little one that has the little hole in it. You push a SIM eject tool in there. Okay, USB port, Ethernet, all of that is soldered to the board. You got the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, one screw here. I'll actually show you how to pop that out real quick. One screw, then you can push this inward, pull this in, and then you can lift it up, and then you can actually wiggle and pull that out. So that's the hard drive. If you need to replace it, it's held in with just these little things. You just pull it out like that, and then get the new hard drive and just push it back in. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this back in. Pretty simple design. All right, and again, it is a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. You can upgrade to a 2.5-inch SATA SSD. This is the little button that you press through the hole if for some reason it's not turning on. Okay, again, then you got a little connector here, which I'm not quite sure where that's going because I'm not pulling everything out, but yeah, you got that, and there's a connector underneath it with a flip latch on this side. You flip it up and then you can pull that out. I believe one is for the keyboard or the keyboard backlight, but yeah, we're not messing around too much because the customer is coming soon. You got one screw here and two screws here for the battery if you need to take the battery out. Okay, heatsink, CPU's under here, soldered to the motherboard. If you do lift this off the board, you do need to reapply thermal paste, clean off the old stuff and reapply it. So if you need to do that, let me know. I have videos showing how to clean thermal paste and things like that. Speaker here, okay. Other speaker over here. You got the wires most likely going up and connecting together. But yeah, it looks like I would have to lift the battery to see where it's going exactly. You got the fan connector right there. You got this connector, which is going to this USB port. So if you need to replace that port, you can. DC jack charge port is removable. There's a connector there. And where's that wire going? Going under, oh, I believe it's connected here under this taped up stuff. Jeez, I hate when they use tape, but yeah, there you go. There's the connector. Okay, so you grab the white part, wiggle, and pull it out. All right, you got the LCD LVDS connector here, two screws. Then you get under, you can pull this blue tab up. Usually the tab doesn't work too well, so I always get a fingernail under the connector and help pry it up. But I think that's pretty much all there is to show in here, at least in such a short amount of time. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Hopefully it at least helped you upgrade your hard drive to an SSD and your RAM, things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and put this thing back together. And yeah, again, if this video helped you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. One other thing I forgot to mention, if you notice, they have these little holes here with a keyboard and a water droplet. Those are water drain holes, and if you saw when I had the case open, there's actually little drains there that help the water kind of fall through these holes. So this specific laptop, if you spill liquid into the keyboard, you actually don't want to flip the laptop over, because the drain, so these holes are small, but the drain kind of just goes over a little thing, and then so when water spills into the keyboard, it flows into that and then it drains out. But if you flip it upside down, it can go over the lip of that thing and actually go into the motherboard. So if you spill liquid in this laptop, you don't actually want to flip it over. You want to keep it upside down and let it actually sit. It will drain through those holes, and then any remaining water will eventually kind of just evaporate. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get this and then slide it back on. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's drop this. Bye.